So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Buenas tardes, bon dia. Thank you all. I have two wonderful ladies with me. I'm going to introduce first Kate, the Director of Sales at Sloane.
Hello, everybody.
And then
I'm
Nikki,
doing some of you, but nice to be here.
and Nikki, the Sales Manager, who is going to be more doing, I think, the presentation today, but we're all
True.
going to be together.
Hello.
So, voilà. So Nikki or Kate, I don't know if you want to say something before you start the presentation. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to join us today. And of course, thank you, Dominique, for hosting us once again. My name is Nikki. I'm the sales manager here at Sloane, and over the next 20 minutes or so, I'd love to introduce you to a maison privée and share with you what makes At Sloane a truly unique option for your clients while in London.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
If
And
you allow me, just please.
Voilà. Kate, I know a lot of people knows you already. Don't know if you want to add
Yes.
something before we start.
Just to reiterate what Nikki said, thank you so much for being here today. And yes, I recognise a few names on the list, so it's great to be here at Sloane as well. And you'll have a fabulous presentation from Nikki now. And if you've got any questions, obviously at the end we're here to answer them. And we hope to see many of you in London very soon. So, and I'm sorry my background isn't as pretty as the other two, so I had a little less time to prepare. So, but yeah, the hotel's full, so I'm not in a pretty suite. But thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you. So we're going to start the
You, Nikki.
presentation.
May I just confirm that everyone can see my screen?
Yes, yes, yes. All is good, Nikki.
Fantastic. Let me just quickly remove this banner.
Perfect, perfect. Look at this facade, huh? I have a beautiful picture of me with my arm open right on your staircase in front of the door.
So this is the exterior of the building at Sloane. The building itself, it was built in 1888 and it was designed by Edwin Thomas Hall and his son. It's the same father and son duo who designed Liberty Department Store. Now, we're actually owned by the Cadogan Estate, which is an aristocratic and historic estate with a portfolio of assets value up to £6 billion, mostly in real estate. And it was actually the CEO of Cadogan Estate, Mr. Hugh Seaborn, who reached out to Monsieur Coste from legendary Hotel Coste in Paris and explained his vision for a discreet townhouse hotel on a residential street that feels like a private home. You might have already noticed that there is no sign outside of the hotel. There are no flags, and this is intentional, as we like to say that we're very intimate and discreet. Now, Mr. Coste absolutely loved the idea, given the visionary man that he is. However, he thought he couldn't really do this without the assistance and vision of an extraordinary interior designer and architect. And so he then reached out to Joseph Gruff, who ended up taking up the challenge. And I use the word intentionally, as Mensch Gruff had never done hotels before. He specializes in private homes for high net worth individuals, including late Valentino's home in Holland Park, as well as private yachts and private jets. The project took approximately 10 years to be finalized. 6 of those years were purely focused on reconfiguring the interior spaces. And we had the pleasure of opening our doors in July 2023 with a 30-key project that really feels like an art collector's home. Moving on to a more close-up of the building. It's one of the most impressive buildings in Southwest London. And on the right-hand side, you can see the stained glass, which you can find throughout the hotel. It's actually all our windows are double layers. And so if you prefer the light to come in, you can just open them. If you prefer more privacy and discretion, then you can just keep them shut. This was actually done by a company in France that they do 90% of the cathedrals, and they're all handmade. There's a lot of craftsmanship that has gone into the building. Now, one of our greatest strengths is our location. As you can see, we're incredibly central. We're right here where it says AS, steps away from Sloane Square underground station, and within walking distance of some of London's most iconic attractions, such as Buckingham Palace, Harrods, Hyde Park, and Kensington Gardens, as well as the Satsy Gallery, King's Road, and the very famous Sloane Street with all the high-end boutiques. Chelsea in general is a very quintessential, timelessly elegant neighborhood, so it's ideal for a proper London authentic experience. I've included some photos of our lovely neighborhood as well, so you can see Harrods as well as Pavilion Road in the middle, which is a wonderful pedestrian road with local shops. It's so pretty, especially during the summer. and then you can see Buckingham Palace. Now, over here, you can see Sloane Gardens, which is actually the street the hotel is on, the Sloane Street and Royal Albert Hall with all these fantastic performances throughout the year. I have included a video, which bear with us, obviously, because this is a Zoom connection, the quality might not be the greatest, and I'll be right back as soon as it comes to an end. Thank you. Dominique, any comments from you? I know you love this video.
Yeah. No, it's great. Such a beautiful atmosphere and I don't know, a home transformed into a hotel. I mean, something
Exactly,
spectacular. Yes, yes.
exactly.
I know.
What we see now is the vestibule. It's really the first thing that our guests see the moment they arrive. A few things that stand out is throughout the property is symmetry. We're a very symmetric hotel. You might notice the doors or the chairs right next to the fireplace. We also have lots of personal designs from Mensch Graf himself, like the armchair that you see on the right-hand side. There is also something that we call trompe-l'oeil. Correct me if my pronunciation is not right, Dominique. It means to deceive the eye. And this fireplace that appears to be marble, it's actually oak that's been painted over and over again.
Mhm.
Now, all our furniture, they're antique, either replicated or original. And we have Benson lights across the property. And whilst we haven't really collaborated with any mainstream brands, apart from Loro Piano, that have done our cashmere curtains, which have been installed by Maison Philippe, which is a studio in France, the rest of our suppliers slash partners, they're actually either local or French artisan. Next up would be our lobby, which was inspired by Villa Kerilos, which is located in France. Now, Villa Kerilos in return was inspired by ancient Greece. You might notice the friezes on top of the library, as well as the temple roof. And this is where magic happens. So check-in for us is a seating procedure. My colleagues will normally sit on the right-hand side, while our lovely guests sit on the left-hand side. And check-in for us, as well as checkout, is not really here's your registration card, this is your passport, let us show you to your room. It's a great opportunity for us to touch base on the itinerary, ask if there is anything that they need help with, and we offer them a hotel tour, and then we take them to the room. Now, we also have 500 books our guests can choose from. Sometimes we give them to them, and you can't see it in the photo right now, but this long table, which was also in Mensch Graf's home, he replicated the second table. You can find retail products that can only be found in Hotel Cost in Paris, as well as here at Sloane. I have also included a few more details. We have a Solange jewelry collection on display throughout the year. There is chess. It's a very interactive lobby. Our guests are encouraged to spend time with us. And then the ceiling was actually done about 7 times to represent the London sky. In the beginning, it was a bit too blue, too pretty, and then they decided to make it look like the moody, stormy London sky. Next up is our personalized amenities. This is where you guys come in, as we rely a lot on you for the information that will help us go above and beyond. So the more we know about our guests, the more we can do with that information. I'm a bit cautious about time, but if I were to describe one of them would be the bottom left image where you see the flowery bouquet. There was actually an elderly couple from the States who were visiting us. Their daughter is now married to a British man, and she was giving birth to a baby boy. And they texted us on WhatsApp saying he's here. And we're like, right, now we have the information. We definitely have to do something about it. And so we ended up buying this massive flower bouquet. Honestly, the photo does not do justice, as well as an outfit for Bonpoint. And this is just an example of how we like to add emotion and value to our guest experience. And over here, you see Tariq, who is our general manager, and James, who is our front office manager, and the rest of the team. And we move on to the restaurant on the 6th floor. Now, the restaurant is inspired by the Peacock Room, which is now exhibited in the Freer Gallery in Washington, D.C. It offers a French cuisine, but with Asian as well as Italian options that complement the menu. There is an amazing energy upstairs with candlelit setups when the sun goes down. And the menu, which you will see in a second, is called L'Essential. It's Menchiko's favorite dishes from the menu in Paris. And this is breakfast that is served up until 12 o'clock with many, many options. And then we have two terraces, one that oversees Chelsea and one that oversees the city. It's quite intimate, and especially now in summertime, these are the first tables to go. Moving on to our bar on the lower ground floor with a side entrance. Now think of it as a speakeasy bar underground for the cool kids. It's become a hotspot in Southwest London. Now, this is the most hotel cost element of the property with the darker colors, the velvet, the curated photography that has been managed by James D. Kelly, a renowned British photographer. And whilst we're open daily from 4 p.m. onwards, this operates on a walk-in basis only. We, of course, prioritize our in-house guests both upstairs in the dining room as well as downstairs in the bar, so they never have to book with us. If they want to, of course, for peace of mind, that's absolutely fine, but we always make sure that there is enough availability for them. And I have included a few more shots just to give you the idea. There is a DJ from Thursdays until Saturdays playing violin only, which is really, really cool. We don't really allow photography throughout the property, especially when there are people in the background, as we don't want to, of course, disturb our in-house guests. And there is another terrace downstairs, again, open from 4 p.m. onwards. However, if our in-house guests, they prefer to have breakfast downstairs, or they want to jump on a call, or just have some, peace and quiet, they're absolutely welcome to join us, even before opening hours. Moving on to our rooms, as I mentioned, we offer 30 keys. Now, Essential is the first room type. We have 10 of those in our inventory, and they lie between 18 or 22 square meters. Now, this room type is ideal for shorter stays as well as solo travelers, and the starting rate is 600 a night. Now, even for the smallest rooms of our inventory, we can still store suitcases downstairs in our luggage room in order to create more space. And the next category is called Chelsea. This is a bestseller, especially for our American partners, at 30 square meters. Now, we also have 10 of those in our inventory. However, there are two different series. So there is the queen size bed with a much larger bathroom series, and then the king size bed with a smaller bathroom. Now, our king size beds are 180 meters, and queen size bed is 160 centimeters long. And next up is Sloane. Personally, my favorite room type at 38 square meters. The starting rate is 1,000. It comes with a very comfortable sitting area as well as walk-in closet, bathtub, as well as walk-in shower. Now, at this point, I'd like to mention that 25 out of our 30 rooms come with dual sinks, and all our rooms come with walk-in showers. Now, half of our inventory also comes with bathtubs. I have included this just to show you a little bit of the features in the room. So this is one of our mini bars. Our snacks are complimentary as well as the soft drinks, and they get replenished on a daily basis. Then you can see the closets are very spacious with dark, thick wood. And then we have also introduced late night in-room dining service. So we now serve 24/7. Next up is our Sweet Sloane, another bestseller, again for Americans. 46 square meters, and the rate starts at 1,800. Now, this is a very interesting parallel layout. So again, the rooms, in general, the rooms here at Sloane, they appear to be much larger. As I mentioned previously, our interior designer and architect specializes in yachts as well as jets, so he's very familiar with smaller spaces and how to maximize them. And so Sweet Sloane comes with a bathtub as well as walk-in shower, a king-size bed, and there is a seating area as well, which is really, really comfortable. It also includes a half bathroom and one of the biggest, actually the biggest walk-in closet in the building. Now, if you combine Sloane with Sweet Sloane, you get the apartment. Just a moment. At 84 square meters, which is really a Parisian flat in the heart of London. The rate for this one is 2,800, and it features 2 master bedrooms, 5 sinks, 2.5 bathrooms, and lots of storage as well. As of approximately a month ago, we have also introduced coast toiletries, which can be found only here or at hotel cost. The feedback has been great. It's non-verbal. Our guests take them with them, so housekeeping are thrilled because they're amazingly good products. I have also included a few more details. So here you can see the corridors. We have more than 800 black and white photos across 6 floors, people from all industries, but quite influential. So you can find politicians, philanthropists, artists, sportsmen, you name it. And then there is a panel in the rooms in multiple locations where you can, of course, control the light as well as the blackout curtains. But we also have this feature called Love, which dims the light as we celebrate love and intimacy. And so it creates this romantic atmosphere. And then there is a music button which plays cost-curated music. And I have also included the third photo for you, as everything lies in the details. As I mentioned earlier, William Morris wallpapers, and what you see on the walls as well as on the room doors has been hand-painted by the team of Louis Vuitton that curate the bags. Last but not least, I have included the unique exclusive DTC benefits that we can guarantee for all of your bookings. So guaranteed 1-step complimentary room upgrade at the time of the booking stage. Now that excludes upgrades to suites in the apartment, and there are blackout periods that apply throughout the year, but it's only 6 to 8 weeks approximately, just to give you a rough idea. And then 12% commission on our room bookings, 15% commission on our suite bookings. Of course, needless to say, personalized welcome cards from us as well as from you if you wish, and a complimentary amenity in the room, priority for complimentary early check-in or late checkout, daily access to a high-end gym nearby, and complimentary snacks and soft drinks in the minibar, which I mentioned earlier. And before sorry, allow me just to stop sharing my screen so I can see Dominic again.
No?
Something I also wanted to mention is that we always send post check-in as well as post checkout emails to our partners. I've been a travel agent in the past, and we completely understand how it feels like when you have 10, 15 clients of yours checking in at the same time on the same day. You don't hear from them and you think, is everything okay? No news is good news. So we thought, why don't we offer some extra peace of mind? And so let's just say Dominique and a couple of your clients would say, hello, Dominique, Mr. and Mrs. X have now checked in. Their flight was very long. However, they managed to sleep throughout it. They're in great spirits. They commented on the feature of the room. They really love the allocation. They asked us to cancel their booking at the Heart, for instance, and we have now secured a booking at the River Cafe. And so it's basically a summary of what we managed to learn about them, the initial interaction that we had with them. And same happens when the guests check out. You will also receive an email, again, with a summary of how the stay went, really, their feedback, their thoughts, whether they're coming back, etc., etc. And of course, again, needless to say, if anything happens during their stay, which they weren't, you would, of course, hear from us first. And it wouldn't be, something like, here's the problem, deal with it. It will much more be like, this is what happened, these are the steps we took to recover, and this is your compensation as well. I would also like to mention that as of a couple of weeks ago, we will now be processing commissions every 2 weeks, which we think is very helpful for our trusted partners. And I believe I've covered everything. I'm not sure if Dominique, anything else
Oh,
you have in mind?
I think, my dear, I don't know. I can see there is really no question except for wow, wow, fantastic, because you really covered everything. In case people wonder what DDC, it's Dominique Debec Collection. So
Oh,
thank you
yes,
again
apologies.
for our amenities and commission that you give our travel advisor. Huh? I just wanted to mention that when I came here, you somehow find out that I love tea. So I would think a normal hotel might have a great selection of tea bags. No, you went a long way. Not the tea from the hotel. I don't know. You went to find the most exclusive boutique and you actually get me a teapot in porcelain. So I don't know if you treat everyone like this, but you find out what they like and you actually go outside of the hotel or find what's the most exquisite that fit what they need. So it was very impressive. I had never seen that actually, ever.
It's true, Dominique. We're kind of like
Wow.
CIA or FBI, you
Yes,
can call us, because
I know.
it's our ultimate mission to learn as much as we can from our partners. This is what really makes us stand out from the rest of our competitors, not just in the area, but in London altogether. We operate on an ultra personalization level,
Yeah.
and this is why we have such a high engaging guest rate as well.
Mhm.
We have lots of
No, no, I
repeaters, which
know.
is great to see. But our guests, we take their preferences or their needs very, very seriously. And so this is why I mentioned we truly rely on our valued partnerships with travel agents,
Yes.
because we can't really do this without their assistance.
Yeah. And the clients are going to be so surprised, like I was actually. I didn't expect this. I saw this big box. I said, what is it? Is it for me? Yes, a message, and so on. So that was really, really nice. Huh? Another thing that I love because I was not so familiar with Chelsea is you get out of your hotel, you're at the corner of Sloane Square, you have everything. You don't need a car or anything. The shop, the park, the boutiques, the everything. So the location is amazing. And it makes me, as I said when I was there, fell in love again with London because it looks like a little village. I don't know. He had a really good side of something from the past, I would say, of London, what should be. So I really liked the location as well. The food was amazing, the service, and yeah. I mean, as I said at the beginning, I don't know, the recording at the start, when I left, I said, I'm in love. So that's official. That's not
There
I
are
love the hotel, is I am in love. Huh? And many of you have followed my, when, of course, nobody knew I've said that, but I received some feedback. Dominique, I'm obsessed. Dominique, I'm in love. I said, me too. So I guess we have to share at Sloane. That's terrible. Voilà.
Dominic, there are a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Heather said to share the best contact. Actually, that's on one of the slides, Nikki. I don't know if you can quickly share the last slide.
Yeah. But when you're going to be sending the recording, then of course everyone will have your contact information as well, huh? At the
Yeah,
end.
she just didn't play the last slide, which has it. So that will record it now. There we go. So there's the key contacts for you, Heather. So Nikki, obviously, who's just done the presentation, myself as Director of Sales, and then Tarek, the General Manager, who you saw in the photograph earlier, who would be with us, but he's on his annual leave for this week. So he does send his apologies and best wishes to everybody. So those are the contacts for you.
All right. Someone is asking, I think Joshua, you're asking if there is a ramp into the hotel from outside and if there are elevator. Accessibility is important to his clients.
Absolutely. So there is an side entrance, and then there is a lift that takes you to it's actually, yeah, it is a lift. I can call it a lift that takes you to the ground floor. And then from there, you can take another lift. And we do have one accessible room on the first floor.
Perfect. So I think the rest is chic, chic. Wow. Céline, you want is the library bookshelf open for the guests? Yes. Huh? Voilà.
Yeah.
Céline, you're also asking a smoking section at all, if there is. Maybe
Yes,
outside in the
yes,
courtyard?
exactly. In the courtyard as well as upstairs the terrace. Yes, smoking is allowed.
All right. So I don't see any more question. Anyone? Do they have anything for Nikki and Kate? But I just see thank you, thank you. So trust me or trust the picture, trust the presentation, but I think the price are fair as well. When I mentioned the starting rate at £600, everybody after looking at the picture say, wow. And then of course, because you're going to have an upgrade also to the next category. So that's really a good incentive for your clients as well. All right. So thank you, everybody. Buenas tardes a todos. Good afternoon. Thank you, ladies. It's
Thank you, everybody.
for you.
Thank you,
It was
Dominic,
a
and everyone.
pleasure to
Yes.
be with you
Lovely
today.
day ahead.
Voilà.
Thank
Can't
you for
wait to be
joining us
back.
today.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.